Inside this parcel, we have a rather interesting and unusual but good looking watch, and I can't wait to see it. Morning, guys. Welcome back to the channel. I can't wait for you guys to see it either. It's called Le Dome. It's by Radcliffe Watches. Tayeb, who is the founder, owner, and designer of the brand, has lent me this prototype to show you guys. It's already on Kickstarter. It's already live. It's already funded, but still, I want to show you this watch because, like I said, it really is quite unusual and surprisingly affordable. When I first saw pictures, I thought it was going to be horrendously expensive, but it isn't. I can't wait. Let's go and take a look. Right, so just a quick reminder then, this is a prototype and yeah, there is a pouch. I guess this watch is going to come in a leather pouch like this. There are a couple of changes to the production watch. I think there's going to be a lot more anti-reflective coating, and when you see this watch, you'll probably see why that's quite important. Yeah, a huge piece of domed crystal, hence the name Le Dome. Look at that. It's so unusual, isn't it? Wow, wow, wow. Automatic movement inside. The purpose of this video is not for me to run through every single specification. I really just wanted to see this watch and share with you my thoughts and opinions and first impressions, I guess. Because, yeah, like I've already said, the campaign is already funded, but it's just such an unusual watch. I was very keen to see it. Right, so yeah, there will be more anti-reflective coating on the underside of the crystal. Apparently the crown action will be smoother, but that feels pretty smooth actually. Nothing wrong with that at all. Let's pull the crown out. Right, so you would tell the time then with these two, well, domes under the dome, and the top one is the hours. The bottom one is the minutes, and that looks like it is 2 o'clock, 5 past 2, 10 past 2, quarter past 2. Very cool. Very, very cool indeed. Rather interesting case shape as well, isn't it? And there is some, well, text or details on the crystal. That's quite unusual, isn't it? At the sort of, what, 7 o'clock-ish position, you've got Oxford, which is where the brand is based in the UK. And then at the 10 o'clock position, you've got Le Dome. And then at the 3 o'clock, it says Radcliffe. And, yeah, some texture to, I guess, the main part of the dial. Open heart, it's not a tourbillon. So you can see part of the mechanical automatic movement working away, and yeah, those two domes are basically how you would tell the time. They are essentially the hands. And in a way, the side profile of this watch is just as interesting as looking at it from the top down. So much height and depth to the watch, but for a watch like this, I don't think that matters too much. It is sapphire crystal. I will test both pieces of crystal, but it says on the case back, sapphire crystal, designed in Oxford. There's a few other details on there. I'll put the details of the movements on the screen as well. Lots more specifications I'll put on the screen just so that I cover most of the basics. And yeah, the strap feels nice enough actually. Sailcloth, I think, by the feel of it. But yeah, it is just so unusual. Nice bit of detail down the sides of the case as well, which I think is needed. If that detail wasn't there, it would just be a huge piece of polished steel with, well, just not a lot going on. So yeah, I like that touch. When it was in my hands, I thought it looked like quite a large watch, but now it's on my wrist, I think it's more mid-sized. I've also measured it. It's 39.8 millimeters in diameter, and it doesn't look too big on my wrist. But yeah, when I was holding it, I thought it did look quite large. It certainly looked quite deep, and again on my wrist, doesn't seem to sit too high. The case back is sort of sinking into my wrist a little bit. Yeah, again, when it was in my hands, it just looked quite high. I mean, it is quite high, especially when you look at that crystal. You're going to have to be a little bit careful. It is sapphire, so, you know, it's going to withstand knocks and stuff, but sapphire can still break. So yeah, you're going to have to be careful when and wear and what you're doing when you wear this watch. But still, it is pretty cool, isn't it? I mean, it's put me out my comfort zone. You can see why when I looked at it initially, I thought it was going to be horrendously expensive. £350 for this. It's going up in price by £5 every day, and the campaign is only available. It's only live for a total of 7 days. So yeah, if you are interested in this, don't hang around. And unfortunately, there is a chance you will have missed out, especially if you haven't clicked that bell notifications icon and you're watching this video, a good few days after it got uploaded. But yeah, I mean, on my wrist, I think it looks pretty good. And now it's off my wrist, I'll show you the side profile again. You can see how the case back sits quite a bit lower than the ends of the lugs. And yeah, that's quite clever actually. What that does is that pulls the watch down into your wrist essentially, and yeah, prevents it from sitting too high or on top of your skin. So yeah, although it looks quite deep, and obviously with that crystal it is quite deep, it actually sits lower and is a little bit better protected than you might expect. Well, there you go. This is the Le Dome prototype by Radcliffe. They sell lots of very nice watches actually on their website. I'm hoping to get a Tsunami diver in soon to review for you guys. It looks like a fantastic looking dive watch. Love dive watches. Who doesn't love dive watches? Yeah, this one's definitely put me out my comfort zone, but it is nice to see some, well, more unusual watches every now and then. And yeah, it's not going to appeal to everyone, but it's been well backed so far. They've sold hundreds and hundreds of units already, and I suspect, yeah, there will be hundreds more people looking to pick one of these up, especially for £350. I think it represents pretty good value, right, guys? Let me know what you think in the comments section.